All right, all right. Welcome in. Big Orange Game Day show here on the A to Z Sports Network. I'm Charlie Burth. That is former Vols quarterback Jonathan Crompton. Thank you for tuning in, and no thank you to Tennessee for that first half. Oh, that was not great. 17-17 is your score at Mississippi State. Sloppy football from Tennessee. Me and Crump are going to talk about all of it. But first, I got to tell you about our great sponsors, Lipscomb University Sports Analytics grad program. Turn your passion for sports into a career, and Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, and you'll get 2 for free. Make no payments for 2 years. WindowNation.com. Lay it on us, Crump. Not exactly the most crisp first half in the history of college football. You're not down. That's something.
No.
But you're tied with a far inferior team. How are we feeling?
Well, I have a question for all the people that have already said, coaching this, coaching that, Heupel this. Did he muff the punt? No. Is he not tackling? No. Did he drop a wide open touchdown? No. We got to play better. We just got to play. Does that make sense? That's where it is frustrating. Now, are we losing? No. Are we still going to win this game? There's a high likelihood in my mind. Look, I'll go this route. Luckily, we got a holding call. They got a holding call on the touchdown run. But the reality was it shouldn't have been a 15-yard gain if our end does not run upfield on counter. You cannot run upfield. Pull. You got to find that those things. That's not Josh Heupel. We got to catch a punt. We got to tackle. We got to catch the ball. It's that simple.
I would push back in a couple of different ways. One,
go ahead.
I mean, whose decision was it to have Staley returning punts? I mean, I assume that came from Boo muffing punts the last 2 games. But
that's a good point.
I mean, Staley just obviously muffs 1, and then just a horrific decision to let the ball roll all the way down to the 1-yard line when he could have fielded it. But then beyond that,
exactly.
I like it, and especially the letting it go and roll down to the 1-yard line. Like, that's such a huge coaching point in that. I don't know that it's that's brutal.
That one's a twinner because you always tell them, like, because you have no blocking, you got 3 dudes around you. But you also got to have a little common sense by going, this is not a hard bounce right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the coaching typically is, hey, at that point, you do let it go. But there is a big B-U-T, big 3-letter word in that sense of sometimes you got to be a ball player and go, why don't I jump on this and get down? And, like, field it and fall down. Don't try to run because that was an extra 16.
Yeah, it was huge. I mean,
yeah.
You got out of it and got all the way up to midfield and then ended up punting, if I'm thinking right. But still, like, that's unacceptable.
The odds are not high.
I would also say this. There is a reason that over the course of Josh Heupel's entire tenure at Tennessee, he has funky road games. He just does. And it doesn't, like, it does not matter the season or the players. The players revolve, and every single season, this man goes on the road with his football team and puts up a stink performance. Now, they may get it together in the second half and run away with this thing. I certainly hope so. But so far, it's clear that Tennessee is the much more talented team, and they're just making mistakes. I mean, that you are right. Like, one that I can't put on Josh, Mike Matthews, could not have been more wide open, and the kid gets paid whatever he gets paid, and he drops the ball. Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm getting at. Like, if I'm looking at the stats, they've only thrown for 71 yards. They're killing us on the ground. They're killing us on the ground. We've got a pick 6. I'm happy. Happy with that. But, like, we got to stop the run game. Bothwell, sorry. 11 for 91 already. He himself already has the game totals that we're giving up on the year rushing, which was 95 a game. He already has 91. We've got to stop the run. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. That's the bottom line. Offensively, we've got to sustain more run game. We've got to get more push of the line of scrimmage, right? We're 13 rushes for 38 yards. That is not Tennessee run game. It's just not. So that's my biggest thing is we've thrown at 18, we've ran at 13. You back and forth about how many we really need to, but we're roughly in that range that we are typically between run and pass, 5 or 6 positive or negative towards each one. But we have to make the runs count.
Yeah.
We have to make them count. That's the big thing. We can't average 3 yards a carry.
Yeah, and that piece really goes back to, I mean, there was a moment in this game where you were putting together a decent little drive and Peyton Lewis is in a running back and he just gets stuffed. And I went, why is Peyton Lewis in this game at all? Why is this guy getting snaps? No offense to him at all. Like, seriously, I really like the way that he looks like he's probably going to be in the next couple of years. But Star Thomas is your best running back. Star Thomas is your best running back. Stop putting these other guys in the game. Stop doing this. I cannot stand that.
100%.
And that's a Josh Heupel system thing. He just refuses to do anything other than that. And then you add on top of you have elements like that, and then you add on top of that sloppy play, unfocused play, drops, whatever's been happening, and then you get 17-7 at halftime, 17-17 at halftime, tied with a far inferior team, and that just can't happen. Now,
I agree.
You should still win this thing. There's no doubt about that.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's still right there for you. The game's tied. It's essentially 0-0 at this point, and that's how you got to treat it and just go out there and win the half.
Well, I think one of the biggest plays early outside of the muff punt, say it that way, was our big third and 8-ish that Staley just straight up dropped the out route. Now, could the ball have been a little lower? Yes. But that is a 100% SEC receiver catchable ball, first down. Now we're inside the 15-yard line. Now we're probably going to score.
Right.
Instead, we got to set up for a field goal. Like you don't win. You don't win SEC conference games kicking field goals. It's just what it is.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, Max needs to make every field goal he kicks, but score touchdowns in this game and stop fooling around, because again, Mike Matthews, you punt on the drive where Mike Matthews dropped that pass. Completely
which should have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and there you go. So at minimum, you're talking 24-17. So, it's absolutely brutal. Just watching this, but at the same time, you are in the position to win. So let's talk about. We can just go ahead because I think it kind of fits this conversation well. Do our halftime segment here, brought to you by the good folks at Lipscomb University Sports Analytics Program. At the moment, Tennessee 62.5% chance to win, and it really hasn't even dropped below 50% according to ESPN's win predictor. But we're going to ask you, Crump, on the other side of this ad read, what percentage would you give Tennessee to win? Because we had this discussion for the Georgia game. People weren't happy with my answer. Unfortunately, I was right for that one. Will I feel the same way for this one? We'll see. But, I got to tell you about the good folks at and I just realized I don't have the graphic up. It's too much. I'm now using 2 computers, Crump, to make things work here. So that I hope everyone notices the audio is improved. I'm back on a mic now, but it takes 2 computers. So I'm working from 2 computers. Here we go. There, Lipscomb University Sports Analytics Program. Turn your passion for sports into a career with Lipscomb University Sports Analytics online program. Analyze, strategize, revolutionize, and get off the sidelines and into the action with the Sports Analytics Program at Lipscomb University. They are turning sports fans into data-driven decision makers in the exciting world of professional athletics. And at Lipscomb, we're not just watching the game, we're changing how it's played through the innovative sports analytics program. So go to lipscomb.edu to learn more if you're trying to break into the wide world of sports. All righty. Crump, I will ask you again. It sits at 62.5% win percentage for Tennessee, according to the computer at ESPN. How are you feeling about it? Win percentage for Tennessee in the second half?
I mean, I feel good. I'm going to go 75. Mainly would be higher, and I think everybody understands that I'm arguably one of the biggest Tennessee homers. I would be a lot higher. The tackling concerns me. Because watch this, and let's just be real. What version, or Mississippi State is running a version of whose offense?
Josh Heupel's offense, man. That's what it is.
You see where the run game gives you fits if you don't tackle. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that's my concern by going, we got to tackle, or they can squeeze a few big long runs out there for big plays and stay on the field and or score. So that's the reason why I'm not going 90 or 95 like I normally would. So that's why I'm going to go 75, because with the tackling part right now has been concerning to me. They've already ran the ball 30 times. 30. And so that's why I'm going 75. We got to work on it. I don't care if we go back to practice on Monday and do 2 hours of tackle circuits.
I mean, 122 yards on the ground, and that's net. That is accounting for the sacks on
the
Chapin,
12 yards of sacks.
Yes, which has been you got to give credit where it's due to this defense. The sacks have been impressive. Tennessee has talent on the edges. Thank goodness. You wouldn't have much going on with this defense if you didn't have that right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a lifesaver. Let's go to the comments here. Tyler says 40% for win percentage. College Football Fan says 50. Titans Matt says 80%. Christopher 78%. Be more 60%. I think I'm going to hang right with you. 75% feels right. Maybe I'll drop it down to 70 just to add a little bit of that pessimist in me that I got. You are way better than this Mississippi State team talent-wise. But you also were way better than Arkansas last year. And you laid an egg in that game. Now you have, thank goodness, you have a way better quarterback. The defense last year was better, but this one, if it can bow up and get its head screwed on straight, as you're saying, if you can freaking tackle the guy with the football in his hands, Tennessee could run away with this. Now, I will say, for my own personal prediction prior to this game, this is going almost exactly how I said it would in me and Zach Reagan's pregame preview. I said that I think Mississippi State comes out strong. They're at home. The cowbells are loud, and maybe it's tied. I even said maybe we'd be down at halftime. Thank goodness that hasn't happened. But I think in the second half, war of attrition, you wear them out. Like, they are still just not there talent-wise.
Yeah.
And so if this was a game at, Ole Miss, I'm feeling pretty rough right now. But you're not. You're playing Mississippi State, thankfully. And so I do think, I'll go 70% for mine for the rest of the game. But I will ask you, kind of in a macro sense, with this defense, man, is this good scheme by Lebby, or is this defense just kind of shaping up to not be too hot?
Well, no. Think about it. How many? Nick Saban has said it. Kirby Smart has said it. All these guys, when you play our offense and you have big playability, sorry, like I'm calling it like it is, because you can stretch them so wide receiver-wise and get them out of the box and make them declare, are they in coverage or are they in the run game? It is hard. So that's, if you can run the football in this offense, hence we're normally a run first team, right? that's what happens. So, no, I do not think it's a bad scheme. We just got to tackle in space. It's that simple. I saw a comment earlier before we get off here, and I think it hit the nail on the head. We just got to win. An ugly win is so much better than a quote unquote pretty loss. Get the win, keep our playoff hopes alive. No, it has to do. Win 19-17 here. Who cares? Get on board. You know what I'm saying? And I know we have the team that can do it. It's just a matter of, once again, it comes back to tackling. If we just tackle our offense, they can't stop our offense if we just catch the football. They can't stop our offense. We've got to tackle to keep our offense on the field.
Hopefully it'll happen in the second half. 17-17 is your current score. And I mean, I don't even want to say it. I think Tennessee does win this game, but there is no escaping. If you don't pull this one out, this game right here is right up there with like 22 South Carolina. Like, this would be a bad one to lose. You cannot lose this game because you have a playoff team on your hands. If you can avoid the nonsense like losing on the road at Mississippi State, you have a playoff team on your hands right now. And make it happen. Freaking tackle somebody. Go out there and tackle somebody. All right. Charlie Burris, former Vols quarterback. Jonathan Crompton. We will be back in the post game. So join us there. Win, lose, rain, shine. We will be there to discuss it with you. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and we will talk to y'all in just a minute.